Shocking. Nigerians chooses Ukraine over Nigeria despite crisis. If you've been following all that have been going on, you will see that the Ukrainian president has raised out an appeal asking for any war volunteer that will want to come and join them to defend the beautiful country called Ukraine. Okay, we are all aware of what Russia has done, how they've sent down troops to invade the nation of Ukraine, despite the fact that people kept seeing the signal and asking, are you going to invade Ukraine? And he keeps saying, Putin keeps saying no. But all of a sudden, we all woke up to the sound that Ukraine has been invaded. It started with the capital city, now has moved to the second largest capital city, and overnight we heard of some of the things that have gone on. That being said, a lot of Nigerians are in the country, especially for education. Ukraine happens to be one of the areas where education regarding medicine is very crucial and they do very well. I mean, very, very well. Yeah, if your parents can't send you, say, to US, to the UK, to Canada, UK is brilliant, excellently doing well. So it's one of the, other options if you don't go for maybe UK, America, or Canada. So this is what is happening. Instead of Nigerians to come home as federal government begins the evacuation plan, they're saying, you know what, we better stay there. We'll prefer to, go with them. Let's get all the details. Shocking, Nigerians chooses Ukraine over Nigeria despite crisis. Ukraine has come under heavier attack following Russia's invasion of the country and the disguise of trying to demilitarize the country. Since the incident, Nigeria's government have made several attempts to evacuate its citizens, especially those studying in the country. The federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has said on Friday, February the 25th, that it will be dangerous evacuating Nigerians from Ukraine when the country has shut down its airspace. This followed the Save Our Soul message sent out by the National Association of Nigerian Students in Ukraine, NAS Ukraine. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Uķra, had said that the government is concerned about the safety of Nigerian students, but said it will be very risky to evacuate them when the airspace is shut up. Amidst the invasion of Ukraine by Russia, some Nigerians have shared their thoughts over the plight of citizens trapped in the European countries. Speaking with newsmen correspondents, a Nigerian in Ukraine has expressed concern over their predicament, saying, despite the current situation in Ukraine, he is unwilling to return to Nigeria at any point in time. He would prefer to stay with Ukraine and fight with the Ukrainian government. He further added that he is concerned about the current insecurity in Nigeria and would not want to go from fry pan to fire. Oh dear. I'm sorry to say, brother, nothing will happen to you, okay? Because I know the kidnapping level. I know. Don't worry, we understand. Where are they evacuating us to? From pillar to post? Is it not better to stay here in Ukraine than to return to Nigeria where there is wars of crisis, kidnapping and all kinds of killings going on? The attention of the world is on Ukraine, and I feel safe here than returning home amidst kidnapping, banditry, economic hardship, and others. There's crisis and hunger and poverty in Nigeria too, and that is more terrible than a physical war. If I'm living in Ukraine for now, it's definitely will not going to be. If I'm leaving Ukraine, it's definitely not going to be in Nigeria. There are other options of evacuating to Poland or other European countries. However, it's not known if the stranded Nigerians will be returning to the country as they are kept temporarily in Poland and Hungary and other bordering nations around Ukraine. So I personally don't blame these Nigerians. I personally don't blame them. I have a friend who said, she's traveling from the UK to Nigeria for her brother's wedding, and guess the first thing that was the issue of concern she mentioned: insecurity. That was the very first issue she mentioned. Said, please pray for me. I'm coming back home. I was like, really? The main concern was not because she's coming home. She's happy to come home. The main concern is the insecurity. People have, I mean, enough a lady who went to Abuja has passed through Lokoja, passed through everywhere. Just as they entered into Ekiti, their boss was they were kidnapped from their boss, and the people are asking for 10 million naira. As we speak, they've still not gotten out. Just at the time of, the family are still looking for money here and there. So what are we talking about? There is serious call for concern all around the nations of the world. But Nigerians own, I understand this guy. I totally and completely do understand him. Okay, I thoroughly do understand him. I do. Because when you look at it, he said the eyes of the nations of the world now is on Ukraine to see that, he said, so they feel more safe in Ukraine. Can you imagine the war zone that coming back home? He said they feel more safe in Ukraine. I mean, that should speak volume to the government of our Nigeria. Should speak volume to our Nigerian government that people are not safe in the country. Even Nigerians are praying for Ukrainians. It's good. Please pray for them, please. But don't forget that there's also problem back home. Just to put it out there. Okay, even yesterday as we were speaking, people were still kidnapped. Yesterday, not 2 weeks ago. And the government of Nigeria continues with business as usual, as if nothing is happening. There are really no clear-cut mark as to how to solve this problem, what is in place, systems or things in place that eventually this is something we have started that will, materialize, and with so stipulated number of time that we have envisaged, this could become a thing of the past. My dear, there is no such thing. There is really no such thing anywhere. So when you look at it, where do we draw the line? I mean, where do we start from? You see, we are in a state of dilemma, yes? You can see for yourself, yes? So it is what it is. And I don't blame this student one bit. But I just pray for you that you be safe, okay? Please look after yourself, not just yourself, every other person around you, the Ukrainians around you, Nigerians around you. Look after everyone, because you never can tell who will just be that source of help, who could just be that one to help you get through this very season. So that's why you don't just look at people face value. You must do everything to be able to support other people adequately like you should, because you never can tell who that person will or is or should be. So these are some of the things ongoing, and why every one of us must do everything humanly possible to see to it that we support not just the Ukrainian, but even ourselves back at home. A lot of people are going through a lot. A lot of families are devastated because their son or daughter was kidnapped and all that. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.